He vowed to enslave the masses into Marxism. Oh my God! Oh, you know, I got that. What is it, Jekyll Island or something? I mean, if you really knew what half of these people were really about, you'd freak out. You know, if you read the what is it, the Communist Manifesto? I've got that too. It's real scary, but I mean, this is the human consciousness is barely birthed. Oh, so you higher souls coming in here, I have talked to several souls that have never been to this planet, or even the physical world. You know, there's a lot of souls on a lot of levels out there, guys, but they don't always have to come down to this lowest level. What a trip. What a trip. And I tell you, I love that D-skip. And, you know, good thing you looked that up. You know, love the internet. I don't use it because I just can't have any more radiation on me. I'm working my way back out of this, but I just love that. It's just so true. When you just think things are so pure and nice here, it's like quite optimistic. Good morning, always in the now. Oh, I love that picture. Always love that with your thing. Blood pressure. My blood pressure was 108/67 before taking your herbs. After a couple of months of the herbs, it's 122/75. Good. So my adrenals are working better. Yippee. But you said textbook. Well, I mean, 75, that's okay. I mean, that's your kidneys. Yeah, it could just been that one moment. But the fact that and it could have popped up that diastolic or that systolic a little bit because your diastolic was up. It just could have been the day. Keep checking it in a relaxed manner and see. But you'll keep getting your adrenals up. So my adrenals are working better. But you said, okay, I remember correctly, so it doesn't mean for your kidneys. Yep, you're right. You guys are getting it. Just imagine when you guys are really working as practitioners, people are going to want to come to you because you have knowledge that no one else does. I love it. Expect the bottom number to get lower. No, you know, 60 to 70. And there's days you're going to have up and down. Like if you did your basal temperatures under your arms and you did them every day, every once in a while you're going to see a dump. It's going to get down in the 96s. We take dumps some days, you know. It's just the cycles of life and the impaction of consciousness and the mind and the emotions and just everything involved. It's just tremendous amount of when you look at an individual, there's so much to a physical human individual, not just their physical bodies. You know, and there's just so much going on at all levels. Who knows? You don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. You're doing fine. I do see sediment in my urine, yoo-hoo, but not all the time. Yeah, it's okay. You're working it. You're working it, sweetheart. You keep working it. Keep working it. Keep going now. Much love from New Zealand. I love New Zealand. I would love to move to New Zealand. I heard they have good banks. But I'd be going way north. That's how I would get way south, because I got to have warm weather. I just can't stand cold weather. I just can't do it. The bees are pollinating all the flowers on the berry bushes. All right. Now, someone sent me some pictures of this sweet little girl. Just sweet. Look at sucking down these juices. Beautiful picture. Can you see this picture at all of this beautiful little girl sucking down green drinks and fruit juices? I'm telling you, the kids love this stuff, making them healthy, making them smart, keeping their bodies healthy. Don't you just love it? Nothing like healthy kids. Because there's nothing any worse than having to take your kid to a medical doctor. I even was at St. Joe's for a lot of years, and that's where I was working nuclear medicine, and really, really tore me up, man. I didn't realize all of the, and in cardiopulmonary, the monitors, all the stuff just really coming down on you. But a lot of women used to bring their babies in with a 99-degree temperature, 100-degree temperature. They've been feeding them crap, and then they give them a little Tylenol and an antibiotic and send them home. break the fever. It's like, oh my God. I used to say, take your child home, put them on fruit juices, and no matter what the fever does, detox them, cool them down to 103, and go on with your life and quit giving your kids milky products. I started eating vegan now, and over a year ago, I'm 9% raw. Yay, yay, yay. Chocolate craving. I think I read this to the point I am 20-month-old daughter that when she looks up, yeah, I did comment. This is your daughter that does that? Just so cute. You do not stop going after her health. Is that you beside her there? But you just keep going after her upper circ, brain and nerve, even at this age. And maybe lymphatic 1, kidney number 1, adrenal gland, you know, just a few drops. She looks like she could probably tolerate 4 drops, easy, 5 drops of each one. But really go after that way, pump these juices. You're kicking butt, Mom. Listen, you're kicking butt, sweetheart. Beautiful, beautiful little girl. Save her from this monster machine out there. Feel sorry for the little girl that's got, maybe it's a girl that's got the brain tumor. You can get it out of her, but had a lot of young girls with brain tumors. C-Stall, you know, poor thing. I mean, C-Stall's put up with a lot of stuff. You know, I understand that, but sometimes you get a little out of balance. But still, C-Stall has been through hell with her kids, and so she's been doing a good job on her kids too. We all just got to get along, quit slandering each other, and just love each other. And if you don't agree with something, okay, I can't help that. I always have a reason for why I say something and what I've seen, because I quit reading other people's crap years ago. I want to see reality. I want what's it doing to them? I want to see what's going on here. I got to be able to put it all together. I have to understand it. It has to have truth hooked to it. It has to have chemistry hooked to it, physics hooked to it, spirituality hooked to it. It's got to all fit in a package for me to accept it. And when there's too many opinions out there, it's not worth even hankering over. It's not worth even dealing with, because you're wasting your time. And some of us don't have any time to sit there and waste. Idle chat isn't something I'm really engaged in, to tell you the truth. I live alone pretty much with Brenda, and we're kind of recluses. Just that we're dealing with so much of this, we have to have time where there's nothing but plants around. And then our plants come up to us, and the flowers are talking to me and say, "We'll make you feel better." I've had an injury to my feet 9 months long now, which has been healing very slowly. Well, I think I talked about this in injuries, these last few videos, about if you're not moving your lymph well. Remember, that's the street sweepers, that's the cleaners, even from trauma and injury. So when your lymph isn't moving well, your trauma is going to be slow to heal. This is all, and Arnold Ehret talked a lot about that, the difference in the healing, and I thought this was very interesting. Proved it to myself. Someone else made a comment on this, and the accelerated ability to heal on fruit over that of even vegetables. There's a good one for you. Well, if vegetables are so good, why, if as a fruitarian I could cut myself and heal in a couple of days, totally gone, and then vegetable eating, it's going to take me at least 2, 3, 4 days longer. Meat eating is going to take me a week and a half easy. Pussy painful too. I love that experiment he did, and you can prove it on yourself if you get way up there. Pretty neat stuff. It's made me housebound most of the year. Discovering this guy just yesterday has motivated me to, good, go for it then. I think I may have an issue with my lymph. You're exactly right. Eye injury to get caused edema. Yeah, it's all your kidneys. German eye Celt. Anyway, yeah, move thy lymph. Get your kidneys filtering. Get your adrenals up. And that'll start accelerating. You might check your parathyroid gland, make sure, or even take a short-term pop on that parathyroid with a glandular. It'll accelerate the healing. You could use the Bones formula. I'd use the capsuled Bones formula. Very, very powerful healing. Comfrey, horsetail, you know, all these are great healing herbs. Golden seal, just all great healing herbs. This is from Kevin. Hey, I haven't talked to you in a while, guy. Hi, Dr. Morse. A couple of years ago, with my symptoms really went into overdrive, and the lymph swelling in my chest and abdomen went crazy. My shin bones went from feeling smooth and round to really sharp, like there's bone missing from the inside of the shin bone for most of the length of the bone. Ugh. Around the same time, my ankles hurt pretty bad for months and cracked a lot. Oh! A lot, and I had lymphedema in both lower legs from a few months ago. My shins still have the sharp edge to them, and my ankles still crack, but not as bad as they used to. I've had my blood calcium levels checked a couple of times back then, and they said it was okay. Well, first of all, don't even consider blood calcium levels in osteoporosis or anything like that. That would be a grave mistake. That has nothing to do with it. Your blood must maintain a certain ratio of chemistry to keep it 7.4, or so you can't judge that. But you're really seeing what's going on here. This is lymphedema. This is a kidney failing to filter well, and I mean really fail to filter well. This acidosis is literally sucking the calcium out of your bones. This is a big problem. So you want to get those kidneys filtering, look for the sediment. You want to get your adrenals up and really start moving lymph. I clean my bowels up too while I'm doing that, and this will pull out of there. And how you doing, Indiana Banana, with your legs? Here's a guy walking your way right here. Do you think my body probably took calcium out? Oh, I definitely do. Absolutely, man. Also, what happened? Good. So you guys are getting this. Love you guys. Also, what happens to the calcium it took out? Good question. Well, when calcium is in an acidic medium, it ionizes, notice, and becomes a rock. So what can happen with you is you start getting bone spurs along that bone, really rocky, bumpy road, and then bone spurs, the clicking in the heels, bone spurs, and you'll start getting bone spurs. And it's just coming from the bone matrix itself. It's just one of the negative aspects of acidosis, absolutely. Also, what happens to the calcium it took out of the bone? Does it calcify in tissues and lymph nodes? Let's hope not, but it does in tissue. It becomes a rock. In solution, it's a base chemistry. In an acid solution, think of bone matrix. I've heard about SARC patients having calcified lymph nodes. It's possible. That's just extreme stagnation of the lymph, and even in the nodes. I've seen iris pictures where they've had lymph nodes swollen all their lives. Well, when you're retaining acids in the lymph nodes and you don't have the fresh pond water flowing through and cleaning, as well as a new breath of work, yeah, you're going to calcify. You're even going to cancer a lymph node. Do you think I can get rid of any possible calcium? Yeah, absolutely, and replace the missing calcium back into the bones. What do you mean by check your parathyroid? I wouldn't even check it. I'd probably use a Calma Plus, that formula, for about a month or two. Probably start out with 1 capsule twice a day for, let's say, a couple of weeks, and then go to 2 twice a day. You've got to move lymph, or you're not going to be successful. So you really got to get the lymph system. Focus on the kidneys, focus on the adrenal glands, focus on the lymphatic system, and clean up my bowels doing it. And all of that will start pulling all that out of there, and then the healing can take place.